Hello, my dear. Rhondaconsta, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Here. And here come the messages. How are you today? I don't know if I've done a reading for you before, so I'd like to explain real quick kind of how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. I try to describe the picture the best that I can. There is always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, oh, I know what she's talking about. I'm going to talk to Nana. Picture. She wanted to come through first. This is not exact science. Sometimes you're going to have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. We communicate the best way we can. So she won't give me a lot of details. She'll give me just enough because details are none of my business. She should give me just enough so you know what she's referring to. She's chattering, but I can't understand what she's saying. She's so excited. And as I was kind of getting ready to do this and I was kind of dragging my feet doing some other stuff, she kept going, please, please. I just want to talk to her, please. Because I know I've had some days where I've had to put these off lately because I've had some little not feeling good stuff going on. So she's talking about chocolate chip cookies and like it looks like it smells cinnamon like an apple crisp. I'm not sure it's an apple pie. She's saying apple crisp. I don't know the difference myself. You don't want me cooking for you. So those could either be something you just ate, something you were thinking about eating, or something that she liked to cook for you. And know when you smell either one of those freshly baked chocolate chip cookies or freshly baked apple crisp pie, whatever it is, you can be in your car, you can be outside, you can be in the store as long as you're not in the bakery. That doesn't count. And you get that whiff, know that that's her letting you know that she's there and that she loves you. She says, oh, I love you very much. She does sit by you and she actually pats your hand. So when you're sitting there and you think you feel her around you, notice if there's a difference between one hand or the other. Do you feel it? It won't. It probably won't. Everybody feels the energy different. It probably won't feel like if I was patting your hand, but it might just feel warmth or a tingling or a little pressure or just something a little different, or you could feel a little bump bump or something. Never know for sure how that's going to come through. So she says, when you feel her around you, sitting by you, or you feel her patting, and it doesn't have to be like when you think she's sitting next to you, when you feel that little pat on the back of your hand. You can feel it anywhere. Make sure you validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more if you want more. That's your free will choice. But it helps to validate them and let them know that you know that that's them stopping in to say hi. She says sometimes she does just stop in to say hi. And sometimes she knows you need a little bit of that Nana hug love. Just call it Nana hug love. I promise you 1,000%. She can hear you. She can see you. Talk to her all you want to. Even though you may not knowingly know that she's listening or that she's there, she will be. And you don't have to talk out loud either. We have telepathic ears. You don't have to talk with your mouth. She says she always knew that you were a tough girl. She didn't know how tough until recently. It's like I don't know if you've just been extra lonely, extra homesick, extra going through something a little extra tough. I can hear her playing the song "Lean on Me" when you're not strong. What is that song? Hang on. Alexa, pause. Okay, so it is Lean on Me by Bill Withers. I don't remember that name or that artist, but anyway, I know the song. So, no, when you get in spots like that, you can still lean on her. She's still right there, willing and able to help, and she will listen to you. Even if you don't, just trust, just believe that she's hearing you. And eventually you'll kind of see things that you'll know. That just happened because she heard me. See? Did you say something about her holding your hand? I was saying about patting the hand, but I think you said something about, oh, in a dream, you saw yourself holding her hand. Forgot all about that. Just popped into my head. She reminded me. So, no, some dreams are true visitations. I had a true visitation probably 10 years ago, and I remember everything that was said, every picture on the wall, the color of the shoes, exactly what happened. Dreams, when you open your eyes, they start fading immediately, like within 30 seconds, they can be gone. True visitations are the ones that you remember like it was real life because it was real life, because it was a true visitation. So know that she was here holding your hand. Forgot about that. Ask her to do it again.
Your phone is ringing.
Oh my gosh.
And it's ringing in spectacular
Telemarketers.
fashion. I just have to say.
Just won't quit. I better look at my notes, make sure I didn't forget something else. It's been a crazy week. She says, as far as babies, she goes, they'll come when they're supposed to. She says, right now you be footloose, fancy free, travel the world, go on trips, enjoy your nights without anybody disturbing you, snuggled up in your bed. I know what she's talking about. She's showing you like under the covers, all nice and snuggly and warm. And it's so nice and quiet and peaceful. She says you'll have plenty of time for the rest later. It will come. You don't know for sure where you live. She says, do you know there's a drive-in? Why? I have no clue why she's saying this. Do you know there's a drive-in? No, I know I just went through the Scooters drive-in and took my granddaughter some stuff up to where she's teaching at the school. I don't know if she means that kind of drive-in or kind you sit in your car and watch a movie drive-in that I don't know that anybody has anymore. Maybe you just went to a drive. Maybe you just saw a movie with a drive-in. Somebody had a drive-in in it. Maybe you work in a drive-in. I don't know. I call that more drive-through and not drive-in. Anyway, sometimes they just say stuff. Let her say whatever she wants within reason. Okay, also something that Nana wore, and I don't mean like clothes, I mean like perfume. Excuse me, perfume, hairspray, something with an odor that, just like the cookies or the, darn it, or the apple thing, get a whiff of that, doesn't matter where you're at, know that that's her. Sometimes they can make it like a whole room full of that smell. Most of the time it's just like a little whiff that goes by your nose. And the first thing that pops in your head is, that smells like Nana. That's because it's her. Smells, sounds, electronics are very easy for them to manipulate and kind of give you a sign in some way. Nana wants you to know that you are loved and blessed by many on the other side. Many. She says some of them are your guides, some of them are your angels, some of them are your ancestors. It doesn't matter if you knew them or not. They're all still part of your team that is here to help. So call on them. Okay, so if you need help with something, I always tell people if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, don't ask Uncle Joe for help with financial things down here because he didn't understand how it worked. So if you need help with something, like Nana was just good listening, ask her to come sit with you. If you had a business type person that has passed away and you would like that perfect job, ask them or ask them to find one of your guides that can help you with that. You don't need to know the guide's name. You don't need to know the angel's name. You don't need to know exactly what their job is. Ask, and the appropriate one will come forward. And I always use job as an example. So it doesn't have to be job. But like maybe you want the most perfect job in the world and you don't like the place you're working at. And so you ask them, could you please help me find a job that I would really enjoy, really be good at, and really, really love, And then just kind of thank them and let it go. And the next 2, 3 days, could be 2 months, could be 6 months. It's all on their timeline. And you'll walk into somebody muttering again. You'll walk into somebody at the grocery store and they'll go, hey, there's this opening at this company I work for, and it's a great place to work. You ought to come apply for the job. Or somebody will call you. It's that simple. So it can be on any subject. Any subject. Did you want to do some kind of dance? Some kind of dance or some kind of, I don't think it's acrobatics that she's showing me. You're never too old. You're never too old. Go take a class. Nana says go take a class. So even if it's aerobics or something at the YMCA, or I got to go down and work out here pretty soon. I got to get started at it again. Even if it's something like that, Nana says go do it. You'll feel better. Okay, now she's taking like 2 fingers and she's going tap, tap, tap. So you're probably not going to hear a big boom, boom, boom. So you'll hear a little tap, tap, tap. Know that that's her too. A lot of times they don't want to do things that are going to scare you. I might go to somebody's house and see their father standing off in the corner because he doesn't want to step forward and he doesn't want to make noises to let them know he's there, because he doesn't want them to think, oh, there's a demon in my house. I just went through this with somebody the other day. I said, it's not a demon, it's your son. That's usually the way it works. TV scares us way too much. So anyway, so she's trying to make very light tap, tap, tapping noises. So if you hear that, if it doesn't scare you, maybe it'll scare the hell out of you. I don't know. I don't get any of that fun stuff because they're not allowed in my house without presenting themselves and telling me why they're here and who they are. My house is clean. So invite her in. Tell her it's okay. If it's okay, it's totally up to you. And then when you hear these noises or smell these things, to ask her to bring you more. She wants to wrap you up in a blanket and just snuggle you, like when you were little, only she's showing you probably the size you are now. But she still wants to wrap you up in a blanket and just hug on you. So, sorry, got interrupted. So you might feel that warm hug too. I think once you start realizing some of these little things are Nana actually coming in to just try to bring you a little love energy and to let you know she's still there and she cares. I think you'll relax a little bit and you'll feel and see more of them. And she will show you more too. She's singing a song. She's kind of rocking, but she's rocking side to side. And all I see is the word sweet pea, P-E-A. Don't know of a song like that. I feel like it was a lullaby. So there's one of those things you might have to stretch outside the box a little bit. I'm thinking, feeling it was back when you were young, little, back when you were young. There was a song that sounded like sweet pea, sweet something, maybe sweet, and the next word started with a P. Don't know. We kind of stink at names a lot of times. Okay, but that, she says, I don't want to, but I'm going to go. And I love you very much. You make me so proud. And you're a good girl. And I hope you know that.
Your phone is ringing, and it's ringing in spectacular fashion. I just have to say, the greatest ring.
Telemarketers have been on the charts.
Ring to the phone. Who's there? You look at the caller ID.
Just every 5 minutes the last few days. Oh my goodness. Anyway. I love you, dear, and I am around, and I think you know I'm around. Just do what Rhonda says and trust it. Even if I go to a house and cleanse it, if there's like grandparents there, unless grandparents were an asshole, I mean, there are assholes out there, and some of them are your people's grandparents, but I let them stay. I strongly suggest that they stay. They're good for you. They're good guardians for you. They're good bringing love energy in for you, or maybe even out of the blue, you all of a sudden you just feel a little chipper or more happy or more energy. Could be grandma giving you that energy, pep you up. That's the way it works. Okay, with that, she's leaving. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for being patient. I was sick for a week. Rhondaconsta, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.